All right, y'all, welcome to the show. I got a huge one for you today. So in just a second, we have a gigantic poll that came out, and the Kamala surge is official heading into Election Day. This is the most important poll of this election cycle, in my opinion. So we'll discuss that. We'll talk about how the Washington Post is in utter freefall and complete collapse over Jeff Bezos overruling his writers to block a potential Kamala endorsement. Then we'll get to Nikki Haley, went on Fox News, and she flames the Trump team, basically admits, like, they won't let me help them, right? And they're making some pretty big mistakes down the stretch. Then we'll get to RFK Jr.'s terrifying new comments, an amazing poll which shows that Republicans have a very, very serious problem. And later on, Trump is already mangling voter fraud facts to try to lay the groundwork to make it so that he steals the election if he loses. He's been screaming this from the rooftops for a while now. We have another example of that coming up. So everybody, you know the drill. Please do me a big favor, like and subscribe. Subscribe is the more important one. And thank you to everybody who supports this show on Patreon or tips with the thanks button on YouTube or supports Crystal, Kyle, and Friends, which is on Substack, which you can sign up for below. You could sign up for free and get the audio podcast, or you could pay $5 a month and get the video of every interview and get it a day early. By the way, this week we are having a debate, a Trump v. Kamala debate. We have a conservative, Will Chamberlain, who's going to come on, and it should be fun. It should be fun. Honestly, it is tough to get conservatives to come on the show to debate. And for understandable reasons, I mean, either me or Crystal, it would be enough to have to go up against me or Crystal, and you got two of us, right? So shout out to Will for coming on. So that should be interesting. That should be fun. You could sign up below. All right, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. So this is, in my opinion, the most important poll of this election cycle so far, okay? We've talked about problems with pollsters this cycle, and now you have even Nate Silver, the polling guru master man himself. He's come out and said, I think the major polling outlets are herding, it's called. And herding just means they're like hedging their bets and saying it's 50-50 so they don't look stupid no matter what happens, right? We had 4 major polls come out in like the same week, and every single one was like 49-49, they're dead tied. And it's like, and all the swing states are like within the margin of error, which is very fishy. Somebody said, like, it's nearly statistically impossible to have the 4 major pollsters come back with like the exact same numbers. So, in other words, like we don't really know what's going to happen, but there are some pollsters who are not showing numbers that are like dead tied. And this one right here is the most important. And I say that because of the methodology of this poll in particular. So this is a YouGov poll. Guys, 48,732 likely voters were used for this poll. That is a colossal sample size. It's a giant sample size. By the way, in my personal opinion, you could poll all voters, you could poll likely voters, and you can poll registered voters. I think the one that has the best track record and the one that makes the most sense is likely voters, right? So this is 48,732 likely voters. What did they find? Kamala Harris at 51%, Donald Trump at 47%. That means Kamala's +4. That's what that means. And Trump, yet again, kind of hitting his ceiling. He really has a ceiling at about 47%. So, to get into some more of the specifics, among Democrats, Kamala's up 96-4. Among Republicans, Trump is up 95-4. And then among independents, it's Trump 48 and Kamala 45. Biden 2020 voters, Kamala's winning them 95-3. Trump 2020 voters, Trump is winning them 95-4. The people who didn't vote in 2020, who are likely voters for this time around, so like people who sign up, they just registered, 51-42, Kamala is winning. Look at this, guys. Among men, Kamala 49-48. Among women, Kamala 53-42. For young people ages 18 to 39, it's Kamala 59-37. For middle age, 40 to 59, it's Kamala 49 to 48. The only age group that Trump is winning is 60 plus, and it's 52 to 46. Here's another one that's kind of wild. In the past, this gap would have been much, much bigger. But among white people, it's Trump 51 to 47. If he was performing well, that would be a much bigger gap than it is. Among black people, Kamala 77 to 21. To be fair, it is true that Trump, even in this poll, has picked up among black folks in particular. Among Hispanic people, Kamala 58 to 40. And other is Kamala 59 to 37. College educated is Kamala 59 to 38. No college is Trump 51 to 46. White college is Kamala 57 to 40. And white no college is Trump 57 to 40. And then finally, we'll get to, urban, suburban, rural, and income. But for in the cities, it's Kamala 62 to 35. Suburban, it's Kamala 52 to 45. Kamala winning the suburbs. And rural, it's Trump 58 to 39. Income under 40,000, Kamala's winning 50 to 47. Income 40,000 to 80,000, it's Trump by 1 point, 49 to 48. And then income over 80,000, it's Kamala 54 to 43. So I think the biggest takeaway for me in this one is white voters, Trump is only up 51 to 47. That is wild. I think he needs that number to be bigger if he's going to win, right? And the other thing is, among women, Kamala 53 to 42, women make up the majority of the electorate, bro. So that's how you get a situation. 48,732 likely voters. It's Kamala plus 4. I do think, I got to be honest, I do think this poll perhaps matters even more than the average of the polls. Because like we said, if they're hurting, then what does it tell us? It doesn't give us a real accurate picture. So yet again, I mean, I know we've had a bunch of these stories leading into Election Day, but it ain't me, dog. I'm just the simple messenger. I'm bringing you what I see. And what I see is a situation where I think Kamala is doing better than many people think. But the thing you have to beware is the Trump people are already broadcasting, hey, if we lose, we didn't really lose. One of the things they're bringing up is that poly market number. Like, they use an offshore cryptocurrency betting firm to be like, look, Trump's up 60-something at 60-something%. And it's like, that is not indicative. What are you talking about? So they have these things. Trump was like, oh, I have a 93% chance of victory. No, you don't. You fucking utterly made that up. But this is what they do. They try to lay the groundwork to if they lose, go, bro, we knew we were going to win. This was stolen. Why do you think we did a rally in New York? New York isn't a swing state. We felt like the swing states were all locked up, so we even went to blue states to try to make our case. So it could get ugly, but in terms of where Kamala's sitting right now, going into Election Day, better than a lot of people think, bro. It's true. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.